The Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy is a wonderful local nonprofit organization that helps improve the quality of life of Pittsburghers everywhere by restoring, maintaining, and improving our public park system. They work with our neighbors and community leaders to provide access to safe, beautiful parks so that we can all enjoy nature and have something to be proud of. Our parks have a significant impact on everything from the air that we breathe to just our general happiness. We all experience and see our parks throughout our city, but rarely do we take the time to think about all the hard work that it takes to keep them so beautiful. Giant Eagle has partnered with Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy on various programs throughout the years, including environmental education, pollinator habitat in Emerald View Park, as well as additional maintenance and improvements to the parks themselves. On behalf of Giant Eagle, I'd like to congratulate the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy on receiving the Community Champion Award. We'd like to thank you for all the work that you've done for our communities, to beautify our parks, to give us these wonderful spaces. Of course, we'd also like to thank all the volunteers who help make it all happen so that we have these beautiful spaces to enjoy.
The Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy was started in 1996 by a group of volunteers who were concerned with the conditions of the parks. And since that time, we've partnered with the City of Pittsburgh to complete 25 restoration projects. City of Pittsburgh has more than 160 parks.
Hayes Woods is the newest, the 6th regional park. So you have Frick, Shenley, Highland Park, Riverview Park, and Emerald View Park in Mount Washington, which make up the RAD parks, the regional parks.
And then we have community parks like McKinley Park in Beltsuver in the South Hills, and Mellon Park, which is bifurcated by 5th Avenue and serves 7 neighborhoods.
And then you have a plethora of neighborhood parks.
And these are really special little parklets, such as Ormsby Park in the south side and August Wilson Park in the Hill District. These are small, sometimes 1-2 acre parks, but it's green space that's very close to where people and families and children live, so very special parklands.
A lot of the neighborhood parks, though, are pretty small by way of a footprint. Not even maybe a city block, maybe a quarter of a block. They may contain a half basketball court or a playground, but those are vital community assets as well, right? I mean, they're just as important as the larger regional parks, and they do require the same amount of attention to care for them in the same way.
Our current mission is to make park space available to Pittsburghers all over the city where they are. So Frick Park is an absolutely beautiful park. It is open to everybody. Everybody is welcome here. Everybody is wanted here, but it's a little distant sometimes to get here if you're from a different part of the city.
A lot of the parks that have trails that are, in woodland areas are not accessible. So the Conservancy has actively taken upon a project in Frick Park, just behind the Frick Environmental Center, to develop an outdoor sensory classroom.
We broke ground on a nature play space that's designed for individuals with mental and physical disabilities and their families, and it's for everybody, but it's with those individuals in mind so that everybody can have access to nature. When you think about parks in the city of Pittsburgh, very often people think about Frick Park and Shenley Park. These are beautiful swaths of land. Frick Park is more than 600 acres and Shenley Park is more than 400 acres. And when you think about their history, they were the estates of very wealthy individuals. And those estates were in very wealthy parts of town. So there is this historical advantage that some of these park spaces have, as opposed to other parts of town that were more industrial or working class. Our focus then also is on the other parts of the city and what that green space looks like.
The Conservancy in 2019 started a campaign to restore a number of the assets here in Allegheny Commons Park. The George Washington Monument is quite a prominent feature in the park. And one of the things, aside from just cleaning and restoring it so that it really calls it out, was for us to address the immediate hardscape around it. So you'll see impervious pavements that are helping with stormwater management, the new lighting, the benches, and just I think the contemplative nature that this space presents. It's really, really wonderful.
We only have a staff of 40 people. We're actually a small team considering the breadth and depth of what we do. The volunteers are the backbone of what we do. They help us with cleanup, they help us with species management.
The basic skill set, I think, is just, do you want to help out? The tasks we do are small tasks. Today we will weed this section of the garden. But you come to see the little things you do are supporting the big things.
And they're so special because they're doing this because they want to. This is out of not necessarily the goodness of their heart so much as their care and concern for Pittsburgh's parks and for the environment.
The thing I like about these parks is everyone is welcome, everybody is equal here, and you can take from this park what you need, whether it's something active or something passive.
You know, it would make for a pretty strange interview, but if we just stood here for perhaps 30 or 60 seconds and you just took it all in and you didn't talk and you just looked around and you let your senses kind of explore this open environment that we're in, you'd see the wonder of nature. Right? It's all around us. So even in a park like this one here in Allegheny Commons Park, which is really in the heart of the north side, there's a wonderful quietude about the park.
Leave those four walls behind you. Come out here, sit on a bench for a half hour, and just let nature wash over you. It is that primal connection that I think is so beneficial to all of us.
We are incredibly grateful to Giant Eagle and to WQED for recognizing the work that we do. It's so important to us when our work is validated by community partners who also have such a long-standing and profound impact in the city of Pittsburgh. So to be kind of held up by WQED and by Giant Eagle is a wonderful position for us to be in, and a position that we truly cherish.